Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Listen, we are back, baby, off of a 2-day vacation, enjoying Labor Day, honey, getting that thing together, recouping, relaxing, resetting, so that we can be back here on the Empowered Morning Show, because it's a beautiful day to be empowered, y'all. It's a
Yes, it
beautiful day.
is. Yes, it
Yeah.
is. Very
Come on
beautiful.
in, come on in. Welcome to everybody who is part of Miss Phyllis. Good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for showing up for us each and every day. We love it and we love you. Shout out to all of the people on Facebook, Instagram,
Yes.
YouTube. Honey, listen, everybody, we telling you,
Yeah.
everybody, good morning, good morning. Hey, how you doing, right? Because it's a new month. We
Yes.
have left August behind and we have jumped into September, baby. And listen, Sparkle, I think it's been a little cooler. So I know you've been happy
Hmm.
about that.
For sure. It still has some work to be done.
What you say?
Uh,
It's been
it's,
a little cooler.
it still has a lot of work to do. I like to when I can let the windows up, then we in
Hmm.
good shape. So we're stepping in September, stepping into new beginnings, making steps, making moves. Don't just sit there no more. You
Yes.
gotta step out because I promise you, when you make that step, God honors you taking steps. He honors that you had
Hmm.
enough faith just to step out there. And he ain't gonna let you drown, girl. He ain't gonna,
Mm-mm.
girl,
Yeah.
don't, he ain't gonna let you drown. He gonna come and rescue you every single time. So
Every
step on
single
out.
time.
Go ahead and name some people because I know we was off for a few days and people got a little off schedule and you sleep and you still
Right,
laying in the
right.
bed. So go
We
ahead and do
understand.
a humongous favor. You know you missing your sister. You know you missing some people. So go ahead and put their names in the comments so it can tag them to get on up. It is Wednesday, wealthy Wednesday, wonderful Wednesday. So wake on up,
Hmm.
wake on up.
Wake them up, wake them up, wake them up, wake them up. Yes, I'm so excited. I'm telling y'all, we really came through. Y'all know we were on hiatus for a few months. We came back in August. Was the 8th month, so that's new beginnings. So we talked about, new beginnings. And then from there, we kind of covered being mentally strong. Mentally strong people show up and do
Hmm.
things a certain type of way, right? And so we talked about that and got everybody all hyped about, not only new beginnings, not only being mentally strong, but also being top tier.
Hmm.
Top tier individuals, baby, they have a different type of mentality. So when your mind is strong, obviously you're gonna be top tier. Regina said, baby, we're not doing anything on the bottom shelf. Y'all know the bottom shelf is like
Nothing.
the, worst shelf. That's the
All up
shelf
on the
where,
floor.
yeah, that's the shelf, the clearance rack. And baby,
Right.
we clearance. We are not clearance. So
Come on, Royce. Uh, with the luxury queens, they have to reach
Hmm.
up
Good
to get
morning, Kelly.
good morning, Kelly A. Bowens. So yes, we
average.
talked about that.
Average is not acceptable anymore. Just
Exactly.
barely getting by and being okay with some days I'm good, some days I'm not bad. I'm not that
Hmm.
good. even when you not that good, you still got to be top tier. Even when your
Yes.
emotions trying to get you all off choice, you still have to be top tier. It's your responsibility to always be top tier. If it's minding your own business, like people say, mind your own business, mind your own business. Well, you mind your own business and you make sure you stay at top tier at all times.
At all times. It's non-negotiable to be mediocre. We're not doing that anymore. Once you decide that I'm ready to have a new beginning, I'm mentally
Yes.
strong, I'm committed to being top tier. Regina already gave us, baby, the excuses. Remove the excuses that are keeping you at being mediocre. Remove the excuses that are keeping you stuck in a space that you weren't designed to
Mm-hmm.
be in. God said we were fearfully and wonderfully made.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you trying to be stuck in situations with
Mm-hmm.
in relationships, dealing with, you know, the same old thing, same old, when there's so much more out here to experience? When we talk about being empowered, we're talking about leveling up. And once you start leveling up, it's not just you level up and stay. It's constantly. Once you hit one level,
Yes.
baby, go to the next. Get that one, go to the next. Get that one, go to the next. It's consistently until you close your eyes and they don't open up anymore. That's when you've arrived. But until then, you don't
Mhm.
arrive. You still got to
Exactly.
keep pressing. You still got to keep going. So when we talked about that, and good morning, Miss Doris, when we talked about all of that last month, is kind of getting you into
Yep.
preparation, getting your mindset ready. So this month in September, we all happen to catch Real Talk Kim. If y'all don't follow Real Talk Kim, baby, she be putting it down. She is for real, for real. She's the pastor of Limitless Church here in Atlanta. I want, you know, Atlanta got so many little suburbs, so I'm not gonna tell y'all which one it is. I believe Spark said it was Fayetteville,
It's
but
Fayetteville. That
in
was
Fayetteville.
the conference. I went to a conference this year.
Mm-hmm.
That Unleash, man, Unleash conference. She was unleashing some things out of people. People, oh, it was so good. So if you don't
Really?
follow Real Talk Cam, follow her now. Don't be expecting a preacher because she's not going to preach to you. She's just a down the earth, real talk, and going to give it to you on realness. It's
Straight
not,
with no chaser, baby.
if you real churchy, you ain't going to make it with her. So I'm just warning you. So if that's who you, if your ministry is, I have to be on the church level because you don't know if you at church or if you at the club or whatever in her sanctuary because she keeps it that real. So definitely follow her.
Yes, so we Real Time Kim did she started a series called Flip the Flow. And we all really like that simply because as you're getting your mind ready, now you know you mentally strong, top tier, removing excuses. Now you gotta flip the flow. If your life has been stagnant, if it's been going in the other direction, if you are not in
Mm-hmm.
alignment with what God has for you, if you are not activating the Holy Spirit inside of you to guide you to that next level, then you need to flip the flow. Y'all
Mm-hmm,
know when you talk about water, water flows, currency flows,
mm-hmm,
everything flows in life. And if you're in a situation where it's not flowing in the right direction, if you don't like where you are, Regina, you put up a post the other day about if you don't like where you are, that means you got to change, make some different decisions. The
Yes.
decisions you made in the past have led you to where you are today. So if you
mm-hmm.
don't
Mm-hmm.
like where you are, then it's time to flip the flow. And so
Flow.
she gave us 6 things that we can talk. Good morning, Farika. 6 things that we can talk about on how you can flip your flow, because y'all may have already seen it. I can't remember if we posted or not, but we are getting ready to do a fast starting in October, on October the 1st through the 21st. So 21 days of fasting. And Regina, what they say, good morning, Shannon. Some things can't come out about except by what?
Fasting and prayer.
Fasting and prayer. So this is mentally getting you ready so that when you start this fast, there are no excuses. There is
Mm-hmm.
nothing holding you back. There is. Regina's talking about getting your mind locked and loaded. She's giving you health tips. Sparkle's giving you affirmations and talking about I love her. So we're saying heal her, love her, empower her so that you can unleash her. And so
Mm-hmm.
in order to unleash her, it's time to flip the flow.
Flip,
Number one, baby, the number one thing she said in flipping the flow is dealing with relationships. Come on, Sparkle, and drop that on in there. Talk
relate,
about relationships.
relationships. So if you just think about the word relationships, it's relating. Do you relate? Do y'all have the same purpose? Do y'all have the same goal? How do you all relate together? That's why I like, I love breaking down words. So it's a relationships. And then the ships, y'all, when you say relationships, stop thinking love ships. They're not always about that love ship. You got kinships, you got friendship, you got workships, you got love ships. You have all the ships that you have to deal with every day. So when you're in the mode about relationships, make sure that they relate to where you're going. And this thing that we saying, I don't need no friends, I don't have no friends, and I'm good with that. That's not cute. That's not cute. That's not a good thing. By you saying I don't have any friends and I don't deal with people, and no, you have to, like, we have to get you to understand. It says touch and agree. It meant where two or three are gathered in the name of Jesus. Like, you have to understand you need people. Like, I know, but not just people. You have to have people that on the same goal as you are to be in connection with you. If they're not pushing anything out of you, they're not helping you birth, they're not helping you give birth, then you probably need to switch it up. Switch up them friendships, because we've been friends for the last 20 years. We going down, we going strong. Just
Mhm.
because y'all been friends last 20 years do not mean that y'all in the same relations. That doesn't mean that y'all have the same goal. I know all of us probably have friendships that you just call up every once in a while, and they're still considered your good friend, but you have to have that tribe, that those top tier tribe that you are in ship with, that you are determined, like, we're gonna push one another. When you down, I'm up. When I'm up, what, let me grab your hand and let's come. I don't care if I gotta crawl you through. I don't care if I gotta drag you down the steps to get you up. You have to still have those people that are willing to do that for you. And that's kinship. Kinships, oh my gosh. Them family ships, whoo.
Mhm.
Family is a whole different thing. Woo, 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 woo. Family, just because they are your blood does not mean that they're people for, like, just because they're your blood does not mean they're in the relationship with you. Just because
True.
they your cousin and that cousin stick right, you still family. You can't. I'm not saying
I
disconnect from
still
family.
love you. I still
Yeah,
love you.
Exactly.
but it's some things that you can't tell them what you doing, where you getting ready to go. Because I know, I'm just gonna talk about my family, not your family, but I know my family still has some negativity pills that they take every morning. They make sure they pop their negativity pills. And I think they take them even in the midday, because it doesn't matter what you say to them. They're gonna find the negative out of everything. And then they're gonna think I'm crazy because I'm saying, well, I don't really think that's true. Let's look at it a different kind of way. Some people want to stay in negativity, and
Mhm.
some people, I don't have the time to waste on negativity. So
Mm-mm.
if I get up from the family reunion and walk out, it's because I can't take this. And I'm not going to continue to stay here because it's
Right.
family. I'm not going to keep on listening to that and let that get in my DNA, because I'm telling you, once you get them negative pills in you, it's hard as heck to get them things out of you. It's hard, because think about how hard you have worked to stay positive, to stay mentally strong. And then one day you
Exactly.
spend this whole day with negative Susie. Negative Susie has stayed with you all day long. So now you over here thinking about, like, negative Susie. And you like, what happened to me? What is going with me? What?
Mhm.
Because it's who you have been hanging around with. It's who
Right.
you've been having in your circle. It's who you've been having in connection with. So check your
Mhm.
ships. Check your
Check
ships.
this
And
shit.
if you need to take a break from somebody, don't feel bad because you're taking a break.
That's
You
right.
might just need that break from them, just because I need to see where this is going. I need to see where we're going. In your relationship, your love ship, I don't know what this is, but everybody take 500 breaks. We on break now. You on break? Like, I thought it was lunch break, but they on break. So take advantage of a break if you need to, because it might be God saying, I don't want you around them because I can't take you where I'm taking you with that. I can't, or with that person. That ship can't get in this boat and float because that's what a ship's supposed to do. When you get in a ship, you don't want somebody that's stopping the ship. You need the ship to float on down the currency,
Yes.
keep you to your destination.
Yes.
So check your ships. Check
Check
your ships.
tips. She said, are your relationships a gift or a curse?
Oh,
And you
Mm.
need to kind of evaluate that because you've been around people forever. And she brought up the passage about when Mary was pregnant with Jesus and went to visit her cousin Elizabeth. And Elizabeth said, my baby leaped inside of me. Get around people who your baby leaps. Your
mm-hmm,
baby can
Mm-hmm.
be not a physical baby. Your
mm-hmm,
baby can be your dream. Your baby can be the promise of God or your
mm-hmm.
purpose or your passion. But get
That's
around
it.
people where you feel the energy. Good morning, Dwan. Your passion or something inside of you that when you get around them, they stirring up ideas. When y'all get together,
Yeah.
you're not talking about other people. You're talking about next level. You're talking about how am I going to get from A to Z. I'm not even talking about A to B or C or D. I'm talking about A to LMNOP. Or
Yes.
you can skip some
Give
steps.
me to Z, honey.
Y'all not just walking around here drinking and going to the clubs and having a good time. You're talking about business related things. You're talking about elevation. You're talking about, becoming top tier and what you can do to break generational curses and go to the next level and be the first one in your family who's going to be a doctor or a millionaire or
Right
whatever
there.
that looks like. But you're the one who's going in, breaking the cycle. This
Mm-hmm.
always you're going in and your relationships are helping you to flip the flow. One thing, let me say one more thing. She said, relationships that push you to break through and not break down.
Mm-hmm.
See, the
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
negative will break you down, baby. Hit the bell on that. With the negative people will break you down. But when you get in the right relationships, because
Yeah.
relationships matter, the right relationships will push you to break through. Like Sparkle said, you're not gonna just be with somebody and they're dragging you, and every time you leave them, you feeling like, oh my God, the toxicity has worn you out. You just like, girl, I need to go lay down because I'm drained.
Because they
Great
drained
relationships
you.
don't drain you. They energize.
At
It's like
all.
energize the buzzer. They want Bonnie. They want you to keep going and going, and they're pushing you for more and more. Like Sparkle said, when
Yes.
you tell me about looking for something, oh, I want to do this. Okay, I'm gonna remind you. You want to do this? Then let's go. Let's make it happen. I'm not gonna let her sit on it or forget about it. She made a thing about her husband. She's recently been married, and he said, you will not go to hell on my watch.
That's what
I'm
he
going to push. You won't go to hell on my watch. Point blank. Period. My friends are not going to be mediocre on my watch.
he
We're going to
did.
talk about what you want to do in life. What you
Yeah.
got going on. What are your goals? What are your plans? What are your dreams? How can I help? Who can I connect you to? Let's see what this is getting ready to be about. But we're not going to just sit here. We're not just going to be sitting around here chit chatting about nothing,
Yeah.
about what's wrong. No,
Yeah.
we're going to figure out solutions to know what's right. So, with that being said, number two, to flip the flow is revelation. When you
Mm.
get around the right people in the right relationships, you're going to be with like minded people that help give you revelation.
Mm-hmm.
Revelation, baby, is something that has not yet been revealed.
Woo.
You want revelation for the next level. Regina, when you're getting your mind locked and loaded, how is revelation? How does that apply to that next level mentally?
Mentally, the revelation is, well, first of all, to have the ability of the power of revelation, you must believe.
I
You
believe.
already must know. You know what I'm saying? You already must know, but the revelation is coming. You know what I'm saying? There's a purpose for it. It's just a matter of how are we preparing for when revelation comes to us,
Yeah.
you know? Keeping
Mm-hmm.
your mind locked and loaded as these top tier things that we've been giving you guys are preparing you for the revelation.
And
Yes,
when
for
you
that
when you are
revelation.
connected and you are in alignment with what God has for you, you spend time with him so that he can give you revelation, so that he can give you the next steps. It's kind of like we talked about, I think a few weeks ago, about the GPS. It's going to reveal to you when
Mm-hmm.
there's a detour in your next way, but you got to
Yep.
be so in tune to God that
Yeah.
I know, okay, I need to make this. Let me make this phone call right here, or let me answer this call right here.
Let
I
me
feel like,
answer.
you know what I'm saying, he is so detailed to where you believe that God is going to do it for you, that you see it, you feel it, you understand it. I mean, it's something everybody else may not get it, but you got it.
Right. You
Yeah,
order my footsteps. That's what it is you order I'm just a vessel that you're using. It's not me. You see what I'm saying? When you give
Hmm.
your will up, like you literally give your will up, that's what it means.
and
You
the
give your
way he
will up.
speak through revelations, it's going to be revelation that is not always just gonna pop and come. You can be sitting in the grocery store, like rolling your cart, just going down the cart, just going down, minding your own business, and then poof, he'll just drop something in your spirit. Yesterday, early morning, I was just praying for God to keep me covered, make sure I'm in the right purpose, make sure I'm going the right direction. And then I'm at the Dollar Tree in line, and
Mm-hmm.
this is a man next to me. I'm ringing up my stuff. I get to the very end of my things, and he said that I said my total is da da da. So I swiped my card, and I said, "Dang!" And then the cashier said, "What?" I said, "I meant to get some trash bags so I can get this trash out of my house. I meant to get some trash bags." And the man next to me said, "Oh, here you go. I have some trash bags. You could just take my trash bags and
Wow.
I'll go get me some."
Oh,
See that
Come
revelation?
on.
He said, "It's okay. You don't even got to go back and get it. Here you go." So I canceled my transaction so my card wouldn't go through. Then I was able to get what I need. See that revelation of God confirming that I have you, baby. I have you. I got you covered.
At all times.
Everything,
at all
everything you
At
need.
times.
all times. You got to
Every
believe.
Yes,
Yeah.
everything that you need, I will supply. I will put people in your path to supply
Mm-hmm.
what you know. I don't know that man. I've never seen that man. I never probably see him ever again. But at the time, he had what I needed. And he gave me what he needed. I was just like, oh my gosh, God, revelation, revelation, revelation. So I'm just saying, let God, you like be
Yes.
so in tune that
You got to
revelations
believe.
can come in all kinds of
From
ways.
any direction. And you know, my daughter, she did a photo shoot over the weekend, and you know,
Oh
she was
yes,
saying, "Yes,
girl, she
baby." So
showed
she was talking
out.
about, you know, she had got it for the facility for a certain period of time, and she was like, "Man, I probably should have did it longer." I said, "No, we believe in God that whoever it is that's over this is gonna give us the time we need." And girl got up in there, we got to talking. He was doing some stuff or whatever, playing with the lighting, and next thing you know, he said, "Don't worry about the time. Y'all do what you need to do." Baby, you got to have, but that's the revelation from God that lets me know that because I believe you, things work out in my favor. Because
There
I
you
believe
go.
you, I'm not worried about the things that other people worry about. Because I believe you, I know it's going to happen for me. I don't have to know how. I don't even have to ask for it. It just dropped. You didn't even have to say, you said, I need some bags. And the man said, here, take mine. It is the things, honey. Shay said, no worries and question. It's just let him do him and surprises will come.
I don't
Period.
know.
You got to be, listen, I'm always waiting for a surprise. I'm always waiting for blessings to overtake me. I'm always waiting for a favor filled
Yes.
situation. I'm always waiting.
Always
But
wait.
in the little things, God reveals to me that I got you. In the little things that somebody may say, oh, well, typically it takes, you know, 3 or 4. Like I went to the doctor, you know, because I had been
Mhm.
having issues with my sciatic nerve. I got a shot. And I said, how long, how many of these do I have to take? She said, typically you would have to take maybe a series of 3 or 4. It just kind of depends. I was walking on a cane. I was in a wheelchair for a minute, but I was walking on a cane. But girl, what about a girl is walking with no help, no assistance, no pain, nothing, in 2 shots. Really in one, I was feeling good
Yeah.
doing all of that. But they let me know what God was saying, that what it takes for everybody else is not going to take for you. That
See,
was
There
my
you
it's
go.
that
revelation
different
from that
kind of
moment.
blood that's running through you. When you have that different kind of blood
That's
flow,
it.
when you have God's DNA, that you take ownership, you
Yeah.
claim who is my daddy, who is my overseer. God, you are my overseer, my friend, my doctor,
Mm-hmm.
my like you gotta make him so personal
Mm-hmm.
that he never feels left out.
Included in everything. I'm talking about down to the parking lot. Like, Lord, I don't feel like walking way over here. So I know somebody about to come out and move so I can get this up close parking space. Make a bust a move, come back through. Want somebody to be ready to move. All you got to do is
Papa
slide into
Lisa's
it.
on there. Papa
Yeah.
Lisa's on there. That's
Listen, be so in tune with God. That's what's considered a mountain to you becomes an anthill for him. And when he gives it back to you, it becomes a grain of sand. Boom, absolutely.
A
Mm-hmm.
grain of sand.
Saying.
And people like, well, I'm not there yet. You know why you're not there yet? Because you
Mm.
won't believe that you're there. You won't
Yeah,
take that big step to believe that you're there and believe that I trust God. Because
that's
people will
it.
quickly be like, well, I don't have that kind of faith. Yes, you do. You have that same kind of faith if you choose to believe.
You
If
have
you
faith
choose
in other
to,
things.
you got to make up your
Yeah,
mind. You got to make a decision. Do I believe or I'm not going to believe? And when those little voices try to come down, you got to shut them down. You would not take the little voice just like somebody beating you. Why would you just let somebody keep beating you? Or would you shut it down? Shut those
mm-hmm.
voices down, because I'm not saying that when you have your faith, that those little voices won't start talking to you,
That's true.
Period.
because
That-
it's like an ant. If I can get in through the little ant said, if I can get in your house through that little crack, I'm coming through. So it's just like the negative. The enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy, and he doesn't care how he do it. Or are you the one that comes to kill, steal, and destroy? We keep on saying it's the devil, but
Amen.
you that's
Huh.
coming to kill, steal, and destroy because you don't want to believe.
Mm. Are
Mm.
you destroying yourself? But listen, I'm gonna go back to this comment from Paula I have on the screen. She said, also when you're going through, you got to keep that same faith. We have seasons
Mm-hmm.
where anything we speak, we get it. It's easy to have faith. What happens when everything is going wrong? You got to keep that same
The
energy.
same.
Amen.
Reverend Pat said, folk will trust that a chair will hold them before they trust that God will keep them.
Come
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
on.
Real Talk Kim said, don't allow a season to define your lifetime. See,
Woo.
all of us have seasons where things
Yeah,
aren't going well. But like Paula said, you got to keep the faith. The same energy you had when God was doing it for you should be the same energy you have when you're going through a
Don't
season.
get
See,
you.
in
Job
season
said,
and out of season is what the
what did
word
Job
says.
say,
In season
Regina?
and out of
Even though
season.
he slayed me, yet still
Still
will I
will I
trust
trust
him? Still will I trust him. It doesn't matter
you.
what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Still will I trust him. Farika said it always works in the unseen. Stop looking at the scene. Trust God, not your eyes, but look inside.
That's
Absolutely.
it.
Yes.
Listen, so
Absolutely.
number we didn't do. Look, we was talking about flipping the flow. We are 27, so we're gonna try to get it on through the rest of them. Flipping the flow in relationships in revelation. Number 3 was vision. You have to
Mm.
have change your vision. Your vision is what you see. Break the vision and make it plain so that you can run with it. But you got to have vision, because without the vision, the people
People
perish. If you
perish.
don't have a vision, if you don't have something to press towards, if you don't have something that you're striving for, then you will perish. You will die
Mm.
because you're stagnant. And y'all know anything that's stagnant, that has zero growth, will not, it's going to die. Period.
Yeah.
That's
Like
why
I said
I
about the
love
flower
that.
pot. If you don't take that flower and repot it into a bigger planter, then the roots are going to get to a place. And it said the right relationships will cause you to grow. So
Will
check your
cause you to
growth.
grow.
If you got friends, if you've been with friends for somebody with 20 years and you ain't growing, let me let you figure the rest of that out. I'm not even going to really even say nothing else about that. If you're not
Exactly.
growing in the relationships that you're in,
That's so true.
Because just like that pot has been in that same pot for probably maybe
Mm-hmm.
2 years. It's been in that same
Mm,
pot.
mm,
And the
mm,
pot
mm.
saying, I refuse to grow anymore because you have me in this little bitty pot. And this little bitty plot, I don't have enough room to grow. So I'm just going to
Mm,
stay
mm,
here.
mm.
I'm not going to move. I'm not going to do anything different. Just like they say about your hair. If you don't cut your dead ends off, then you won't have hair growth. It's not gonna grow. Come on, Farika. You know what I'm talking about.
because them split ends will
If
start
you don't cut
splitting.
the ends off and they
Mhm.
all
Yeah.
crazy, I don't care how many food vitamins that you take to have hair growth, it's still not
Right.
growing
But you
because
Uh,
got all the
you have dead
supplements, baby, and
weight
tell
on
you,
it.
and it still won't go anywhere
it
because
ain't going nowhere.
it's not
Well,
going
But down
anywhere.
to your scalp, if you keep it up.
you have to
Right,
get
will break down, which goes to the next one, discipline. You got to have discipline in order to see things happen in your life, meaning that you got to do what you need to do to ensure that you're getting the results you want to have. If your hair, you want your hair to grow, sometimes we just like, but it's long. What is long and raggedy?
Lo-
Cut them split
I can
ends
see
so that you
through
can
it.
get
I see your vision.
Yeah, your vision is not working right now.
baby, honey, listen, for Risa Stunning Grove, listen, Yes, she
said,
said, Alicia said, let your storms wash out the dead flowers so your current seeds can begin to blossom. Good morning, Zena. Good to
so
see you.
the
You
currency.
got to be
Good
able to
morning.
have the discipline to do the things that need to happen. You don't want to work out, but you talking about the fupa, but you don't want to work out. You talking about you don't feel good, but you need to detox. You talking about your hair ain't growing, but you don't want to cut the. See, discipline causes you to do the things you don't want to do to get the results you want to have, and you have to
Yes.
have discipline. This is why Regina said last month, no excuses. When you
No
remove the
excuses.
excuses, you start seeing where you need to be, what you need to do. And it's not always easy. It's not always cute. Nobody wants
Mm-mm.
to get up. Have
Mm-mm.
discipline. Sometimes you need to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Yes, you want to sleep that extra hour or two, but sometimes it requires you to get up. You don't have time to work out, get up early, you will. You don't have time to read your Bible, get up early, you will. You don't have
Come
time.
Mm-hmm.
on.
You don't have time to get things that's going to pour into your spirit. Get up early, you will.
Yes, you will.
Yep. Or go
Mhm.
to bed early
I
so
go
that
to
you can
One
go
of the
to bed
two.
early. You don't have to watch that Lifetime movie that you know it's gonna come back on 500 more times.
Give
You don't
yourself a
have to
moment.
stay on that TV to watch. I gotta catch the rest of this movie. No, take your butt to bed so that when you wake up, you're
Alicia,
renewed. They
right.
want to get
Alicia
up for
said
the
you'll get up for
candle
the
singing.
candle sale at Bath and Body. Yes, you will. And say, hey, baby, if iPhone came with a new phone tonight, baby, they camps out. They camps
Camps
out in
out.
advance, honey. You ain't missing that. But you won't go and do the things. You won't take the discipline to do the things that you need to do. You will save up for a Beyonce concert or a football game or whatever, but you don't want to save for your own future. Reverend Pat says we all have a mustard seed of faith, but a lot of us refuse to do what it takes to turn the seed into a tree. Come on,
That's
Reverend
it.
Pat. So we talked about discipline. The number 5 one was decisions.
Right
Listen,
decision.
you are one decision away from changing your entire life. Flip the
Your
flow. If your
intention.
decisions that you are where you're at now, you don't want to be where you're. If your life right now is not looking like how you want it, make a decision to
That's
flip the
right.
flow so that you can have better coming. Right?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, Zena said a good sale on clothes. Yes, you're there. You can make the decision to get up early, baby. Think about Black Friday. How many people are at all these sales? You leave and you done ate and got your little turkey in you. You done left the family. All of y'all going. You standing in line all day, every day. You do those things, but you won't do it for yourself to better
That's
Yeah.
yourself.
right.
And
You
then I
got to do
asked
it.
you to get on Empower Morning Show, and you say that's too early.
Right, right. What's up, G? G said, tell the whole truth, lady. This is good. You got to get yourself in the mindset of
Mm-hmm.
discipline it for your good, not for your good. And I'm gonna catch a good sale. I'm gonna save me a little money, baby. We're talking about lasting, everlasting things. Things that's gonna
Everlasting.
change your family. Things that's gonna change how you show up in life. Things that are going to, because sometimes we stay in situations longer than we need to.
Yeah.
You got to get yourself disciplined enough to make the decisions that are going to get you where you're supposed to be. And when you get in alignment with God, that's when things start flowing for you.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't want the good flow. We all up in the chaos and the confusion and the foolishness and all the shenanigans. We like to be entertained to you'll be dead before you do anything good because you're so caught up in everything that's really not good for you or other people who are not good for you. Make the decision. So let's wrap it up because we at 33 already. We talked about Real Talk Kim's series on Flip the Flow. Number 1 was relationships. Number 2 was revelation. Number 3 was vision. Number 4 was discipline. Number 5 was decisions. Number 6 is opportunity. Listen, let me say this. She said that if you have the
Mhm.
right relationships will help you with the right revelation. The right revelation will give you the right vision. The right vision will cause you to have discipline to do the right things and make the right decisions so that the right opportunity can come to you. And all you need is one good opportunity to change your whole life. One opportunity can position you to be in a whole different place than you are this year. Get yourself together for this. We're getting ready to go into the fourth quarter. We're kicking off a fast October the 1st. We're helping your mindset to new beginnings, thinking mental clarity, what I say, being top tier, removing excuses, flipping the flow. So when you go in this fast, the rest of the year, baby, it's gonna be so
Yeah.
favorable.
You
And
got to get
so
that bacteria out of you.
get out, detox from the foolishness. Detox from the things that are not good for you. Baby, Regina would
Yep.
tell you, we talked about from the rooter to the tutor, from the mind, body, and soul. You want everything to be lined
Yes.
up. Shay said, messages past Sunday, put our priorities in order. You got to, if you want better for your life.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You can't keep doing the same old thing every day, expecting different results. That's a definition of insanity. Something
Yes.
has
Hmm.
to change. Something about you should want better
Hmm.
more than you want the current lifestyle that you have.
Yes, and I
It's
have to
true.
say this real quick.
Go ahead.
That's just like Empower Morning Show. People like y'all been on for since such and such time, and you only got this amount of viewers. See, what people don't understand, you gotta understand that it's not just the number of viewers that you have. It's that where God is taking you, he probably might start you off slow. It might look like nobody's paying you no attention. Nobody's buying anything for me. Nobody's doing this for me. I'm not seeing a change. And then he come and flip the whole script. He gonna flip it around because he
Mm.
needs to know, are you in it for the long haul? Are you in it just for this moment? Like he loves to flip all the situations where it looks like it was gonna die, but then he like, oh baby, I'm bringing it back to life. I'm bringing
Hmm.
it back
Hmm.
to life because he said that he will supply all of our needs.
That's true.
Period. And let me say
Period.
this. Is she said that when you cut off wrong paths, whether it's wrong relationships, whatever you're cutting off that no longer serves you. Because again, think about the flower. When you prune something, you allow it to grow. When you
That's
cut
true.
off the things that are not working for you or not serving you, right things begin to happen. But you got to make a decision and say that, listen, I'm gonna have to feed you from a long handled spoon. I'm gonna have to cut this off because it's not
Hmm.
serving me. I'm gonna have to get rid of some things in my life
Yes.
that's cluttering up because God is not the author of chaos and confusion. If that's what your life is looking like, always in the drama, always in the trauma, always in the foolishness, always caught up in shenanigans, then you got to make a decision and have
Hmm.
some discipline to separate yourself so that you can go to the next level.
Who
Reverend
you
Pat
gonna
said,
believe?
flip the flow. She said, flip the flow so you can flourish. Tammy said, what you do in the moment matters. The
It
moment
matters.
Yes.
matters. Alicia said, trial by fire. Reverend Pat said, God doesn't count numbers. He makes numbers count. Y'all better come on. Zena said, and not our wants, honey. Not my will, God, but yours.
Your
Listen, y'all
will.
gonna make us stay on here an hour. It's 37 minutes. We got to get off of here. It is Wednesday. Reverend Pat is coming behind us. So y'all make sure y'all tune into her daily devotion with Reverend Pat because she always dropping gems, always dropping something that is going to benefit you. So, ladies, y'all
With
know
that,
we're trying to make up for the last 2 days. We should have had our behind on here, but look. It was good today. Thank y'all for always showing up, always being in the comments, always giving us something that helps us. Rosanna, thank you so much for tuning in. Good morning. And Farika said, you got to get tired, child, of the old self. Get tired of the old self so that you
sick
can
and
have,
tired of it.
get tired of
Get
it.
sick and tired
Look,
of it.
not tired, tired. Tied,
That
baby. Get
you real
tired.
tired. Yeah,
Yeah. See,
you
when you're
real
tired,
tired.
you still pat a cake and play with it. But when you get tired, you let that thing go. Ladies, anything else I need to say?
We're
At
good.
any moment, I'm telling you, you got to have that full faith that this is the day. God, is this the day? Is this the day you're going to turn me into a millionaire? Is this the day you're going to prosper me? Is this the day? Every day you got to wake up saying,
Hmm.
this is my day. This is my day. And it might not be the day that you become a millionaire, but it's the day that he's building your wealth up, your faith up,
That's
your
it.
your your memory
The
up. So he
seeds
gets
are being
the
planted.
prizes, supplies all your needs, get you some trash bags that you just forgot some trash bags, but supply your need. So just because you can't go to the bank yet does not mean that it's
Hmm.
not on its way. He just got to build you up. So this time when you get it, you won't flop it.
There you go.
Marika said, expect God in everything. Listen, we got to get out of here. Y'all have an empowered day and know that we'll be back tomorrow morning so we can talk again about something else. So join us here. Tag somebody, let them know they need to be here in the morning with you so we can get this good and get empowered together. Y'all have
Yeah.
a